A peaceful evening in a quiet British seaside town suddenly turned into scenes of chaos and heartbreak. Sirens filled the air, crowds gathered in shock, and witnesses spoke of scenes too tragic to comprehend. Police and paramedics rushed in as the scale of the incident became clear, leaving an entire community reeling and demanding answers. Let's break it down, but first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. We have released our new I'm Not Far Right t-shirts. There are two different variants which come in black and blue. You can find them at britishstand.com or check the link in the description. Let's get into today's video. A peaceful summer evening in the seaside town of Whitstable, Kent, turned into a scene of horror and heartbreak on Saturday night when a car mounted the road and plowed into a group of pedestrians. Just before 8:25 p.m, emergency services were called to the junction of Harbour Street and Cromwell Road after frantic reports of a collision. What they found was devastating. A 2-year-old boy had been fatally injured. Despite the rapid response of paramedics and police, he was tragically confirmed dead at the scene. Kent police confirmed that alongside the young child, an adult man was seriously hurt and rushed to hospital, where he remains under treatment. A third person, an adult woman, was also attended to at the scene. The South East Coast Ambulance Service said it sent 3 ambulances and 2 critical care paramedics to the incident. A spokesman explained, "Our crews treated 3 patients at the scene, an adult male, an adult female, and a young child." Police officers immediately detained a suspect. A man in his 20s was arrested at the scene on suspicion of causing death by dangerous driving. He remains in custody while detectives from the Serious Collision Investigation Unit continue their enquiries. Authorities have launched an urgent appeal for information. They are calling on anyone who may have witnessed the crash, or who might have dashcam or CCTV footage from the area to come forward. Investigators stress that even the smallest piece of information could help piece together the chain of events that led to this tragedy. Eyewitness accounts paint a picture of shock and grief in the heart of Whitstable. One woman told Kent online, "A nice young man approached us and advised us not to take the children to where we had parked as something had happened. When my husband came back with the car, he said lots of people were crying." Another described the aftermath as very serious and very sad. The atmosphere in the town has been left somber, with local people deeply shaken. Canterbury City Council issued a statement offering condolences to those affected, saying, "Our thoughts are with everyone affected by this heartbreaking news. This horrific crash has not only claimed the life of an innocent 2-year-old boy, but has also left a family, a community, and all who witnessed it in deep shock." Questions now turn to how such a tragedy could happen in a busy seaside town on an otherwise ordinary evening. For the family involved, their lives have been shattered beyond repair. For the wider Whitstable community, the incident has cast a shadow of grief and disbelief over the area. As police continue their investigation, the focus will be on uncovering exactly what led to this fatal collision and ensuring justice is delivered. The tragedy serves as a painful reminder of just how fragile life can be, and how, in the blink of an eye, joy can turn to devastation. In other news, Conservative MP Andrew Rosendale repeatedly sidestepped questions about whether Robert Jenrick would make a superior party leader compared to Kemi Badenoch during a recent interview. When presenter Camilla Tominey pressed him on whether the Shadow Justice Secretary would perform better than the current Conservative leader, Mr. Rosendale deflected multiple times. The Romford MP initially responded to queries about Mr. Jenrick's effectiveness by stating that Ms. Badenoch had not been absent from public view and had been addressing various gatherings nationwide. However, when Camilla persisted with her questioning about comparative leadership abilities, Mr. Rosendale avoided providing a direct response. Instead of offering a straightforward comparison between the two prominent Conservative figures, he shifted focus to broader party performance issues. Mr. Rosendale lavished praise on Mr. Jenrick's work ethic, describing his incredible energy and noting that the Shadow Justice Secretary had been working around the clock on various issues. "It's amazing what he's doing. He's raising so many topics, Mr. Rosendale told the media, while still refusing to make direct comparisons with Ms. Badenoch's performance. When Camilla challenged him by asking whether Mr. Jenrick was more active than the party leader, Mr. Rosendale continued to evade the question. The MP's reluctance to address the leadership comparison became increasingly apparent as the interview progressed. Rather than answering whether Mr. Jenrick would excel in the top position, Mr. Rosendale pivoted to discussing the Conservative Party's need for comprehensive improvement. His evasive responses came as speculation continues about potential challenges to Mr. Badenoch's leadership of the opposition party. The discussion took place whilst addressing recent visits to Calais by Mr. Jenrick and Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp to examine the migrant situation firsthand. Rosendale defended these channel crossings as legitimate efforts to understand the crisis, stating that at least Robert Jenrick is speaking up for what most British people are thinking. Camilla questioned whether Mr. Jenrick's actions, including making live telephone calls to French authorities, requesting arrests of migrants boarding dinghies, constituted political stunts. The trips have generated significant media attention, with both shadow ministers reporting confrontations during their visits to migrant camps. Mr. Philp claimed migrants threatened him with a machete, whilst Mr. Jenrick reported being attacked earlier in the week during his own visit to the camps. Mr. Jenrick has recently attracted controversy following his written statement that he wouldn't want his daughters living near men from backward countries who broke into Britain illegally and about whom we know next to nothing. The Shadow Justice Secretary characterized BBC criticism of these remarks as an attempt to smear those concerned about illegal migration as racist. "I think those people are just good parents," Mr. Jenrick stated on GB News, defending individuals worried about community safety. The BBC subsequently issued an apology after a Radio 4 Thought for the Day segment addressing Mr. Jenrick's comments exceeded acceptable boundaries in its language. Mr. Jenrick pledged to continue highlighting migration concerns despite criticism, stating, "I'm not going to be squeamish about raising these issues." Mr. Rosendale eventually acknowledged the Conservative Party's shortcomings during their tenure in government, particularly regarding border control. "We have to be honest with the British people. We were in power for 14 years and we didn't succeed in a whole range of areas," the MP admitted during the interview. He identified immigration as undoubtedly the biggest failure of the Conservative administration. The admission came after Mr. Rosendale criticised Labour's current approach, claiming the government was making things worse and resorting to gimmicks which won't succeed. Despite acknowledging past Conservative failures, Mr. Rosendale maintained that the entire party needed to enhance its performance rather than singling out individual leadership capabilities. His comments reflect ongoing tensions within the Conservative Party as it navigates its role in opposition following electoral defeat. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.